How's everybody doing today? Just checking in with everybody. Thanks for joining. I shifted over here to YouTube for now because TikTok's been limiting my lives lately, and I wanted a space where I could actually speak freely, hold the full signal, and not worry about whether the platform's throttling the reach. I'll still post on TikTok, but for now, this is where I'm going to be doing most of the deeper stuff, the healings, a lot more of the card pulls, field clarity. So if you're here, you're part of that shift, and thanks for riding that with me. And we'll see who decides to jump on here. So let's shuffle a few decks while we're waiting, and let's see what energies come in here. So welcome to those who are getting ready to jump in here for another live. We'll be doing some live card pulls, and we'll do some activations if people want an activation. Give everybody a few minutes to jump in. I'm going to be doing this a lot more consistently uh, on YouTube, because YouTube we have to schedule things a little bit before we do. With TikTok, I had a lot of more browsers, drive-by shootings, and so that was nice to have that kind of traffic. However, right now they're throttling me down, and I don't like to be throttled, so I'm just moving over to another platform. May take a little while for that to happen, but let's see what happens. Uh, all I'm asking is that if you do come here, uh, go ahead, put some comments inside of the chat window. Ask me what you're looking for. I might do some light language. I might do some uh, card reading. We'll see who shows up here. For those of you who have come on down and have been here from my TikTok, welcome. Let me know. Say hello. Inside of the chat window, and we'll go from there. So let's see how everybody's doing. So welcome everybody. How is everybody doing? Let's see if we don't see any viewers coming on right now, but that's okay. We've only started this a few minutes ago, so we're going to just work on getting some more people coming into the field. We're going to be doing some live light language. I'm going to shuffle the deck a little bit, and we're going to clear up some energy here on all the decks. We'll get some decks ready. We'll pull a collective in a few minutes. Just waiting for some people to pop on in, and let's go from there. So welcome everybody. We're here doing some card readings, the live card readings. We're going to be doing some live activations. Let's see if we can, get anybody to put into the comment window what it is that you would like. We do. I can do full readings. I can do a card for you, light language healing. So how is everybody today? And let me see if we have anybody that came over for from the TikTok. So how is everybody doing? I'm seeing a little bit of quiet, so I'm going to pull some collective cards. I was hoping we get some more people to come on. Might be Monday night at 9 o'clock. Everybody's tired from work, so we just keep at it. We do this, so we're going to do it consistently. It's going to be 10:30 in the morning, and we're going to do 9 at night, most likely, for most days. And so let's see what the collective needs right now in a space of love. And so, Spirit, what do we have right now? And Spirit saying, for love for the collective right now, it's about reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. And so this is what Spirit is telling the collective. Some of the things that you need for the frequency of love. A lot of times what we do is we try to chase it, and Spirit's saying, don't chase it. Right now, it's time to give each other a little space. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. And so there's many in separation. I get a lot of those separated ones. When I was going through TikTok, it seems there's a lot of people that are in that space. And that's one of the reasons why I do some of the readings that I do. And so for anybody who is looking for a question or having something answered, pop it into the chat. There's no charge for a free card or a question. We'll stay live for a little bit, see if anybody shows up. If they don't, they don't, but we're going to be consistent on this. So welcome everybody who has decided to come on here. And I'm hoping you can hear me because I haven't seen anybody actually come on. But let's pull some other cards for the collective while we're waiting. So let's see, Spirit, give me what the collective needs to know, in this now moment. What do we need to know? Let's pull some cards here. So Spirit, give me a couple cards for the collective. What does the collective need to know in this moment? Okay, we've got a few cards here. So let's see what Spirit is telling us that we need to really know. So a lot of you people are going through an awakening, especially anybody who's been called to my channel. This is for people who are starting to awaken, starting to need to want to find some clarity within themselves, start to figure out what it is they need to work on in healing. And this is where most people come and find my channel. And Spirit's saying, a lot of you guys are going to have to clear some energy because right now you got a lot of stuck energy. And not only is it the energy stuck, a lot of you are having some career issues. And we generally see this a lot when people are going through, an awakening, because generally what happens is that your career, everything is already predestined for you. Because you signed all these contracts before you came in and incarnated. And then as you start to wake up and start to pull yourself away from that incarnation cycle, the recycling of yourself, you start to lose those contracts because those contracts are basically based out of you being good and not changing the path that you've already set. But as you go through the awakening, you're like, hey, I want to change that path. I want to get into a place because I see that things that I used to like and used to love are no longer valid anymore. And I can see that there's a lot of darkness behind it. And because you're getting away from that darkness, then those contracts start to disappear. And that's why people kind of crash and burn financially once they start awakening, because you now have to be able to heal yourself to a point where you're able to create that abundance that you truly want. And so that's one of the things why we see the careers go down. Not a lot of people in spirituality will actually talk about that. So I see we got a couple people starting to pop on here. If you have any questions, please put them into the comments. I'm allowing questions. I'm going to pull some cards for people. Right now I'm just doing a collective as I just started. And if you came here from my YouTube or Facebook page, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm moving over from TikTok for a while because TikTok has been throttling my viewers. So I decided to come over to YouTube for a little while. And that's where I'm going to do a lot of my lives. And so Spirit is saying that a lot of you also have some bad habits that need to be changed, right? And yeah, you know what they are, but you have to go within and you have to kind of figure this out. And although the card says ask your angels, if you know me, I'm not about angels, I'm not about guides. I'm not about galactics. What we really got to be working on is ourselves and connecting to ourselves. Everything we need is within us. It's just really hard to get to for a lot of us because we have so many blocks. And that's why you have to just be consistent and start connecting to yourself piece by piece. As you start connecting to yourself, um, you start speaking your truth a little bit, right? And this is where a lot of us also, and this is kind of the whole path of the awakening, right? Speak your truth. What is that speak your truth? Everybody talks about it. Nobody really kind of gets into the down and dirty. What does it mean? It means that, there's a lot of things that you've been holding in that you've meant to speak with people everywhere. And thank you, Tracy. Good to see you as well. And a lot of people hold it down because they're afraid of what happens when they say what they really want to say to people because they're afraid that people are going to ostracize them. They're not going to like them anymore. But at a certain point, you have to speak up and speak and be who you truly are, not not the programming that's around you that says you got to wear this or, you got to speak a certain way or you can't, you got to be politically correct or whatever the new thing is in this now moment, right? And so as you go through this awakening, you're going to start to figure out, hey, wait a second, I really got to say what I want to say because otherwise, internally, I'm not going to feel too good. And it all starts with what? And it starts with opening up your heart, right? And this is why you see this receive. And you'll start to receive things, but you got to open up the box within your heart. And you got to allow for that to open up because you see there's a bow, there's a box, there's all sorts of stuff. So, the collective message here is a lot of you are going through an awakening. That's why you're here. You've got the resonance of it. This channel, Silver Fox Spiritual, is a deeper channel. It's not the fluffy light language that you see from a lot of people where they're heart opening after heart opening. No, we dig in and deep and we get to the meat and potatoes. We talk about implants. We talk about negative ego. We talk about all the things that are really difficult to get into because nobody wants to look at the messy part of waking up. It's not all just rainbows and unicorns. So with that, this is a collective cards. If anybody would like a card for themselves, just put it in the inside of the chat window. If you want a small little light language activation or healing, we could possibly do that as well. So let me know what you got and just pop it into the window here. I'm going to be doing this a little bit more consistently on YouTube because I have been throttled by TikTok. I'll get thousands of people on my TikTok lives. However, a lot of them aren't really ready to hear the real answer. They just want to hear that their person is coming back, and that's all they want to hear. And when you tell them that their person's not coming back and they got to work on themselves, they sometimes get a little upset. But I'm not here to be, to apologize. I'm here to tell people what they really need to hear, not, what they want to hear. That's not the kind of reader that I am, and it's never going to be the kind of reader that I am. So if you're looking for that, yeah, this is that. You're definitely not seeing you're not on the right channel. So with that, Tracy, did you want some cards or an activation or something? I see you're on. It looks like I have just one person on right now. It looks like 9 o'clock on Sunday or Mondays. I'm losing track of days. Are not the best time to go live, but I figured we're gonna do this a little bit live for a little while, and we're gonna see if we can start to bring some people over. It'll take some time. Rome wasn't built in a day. And while TikTok's having their little fuss, I'll still be putting content out on TikTok, but I'm not going to do as many lives. And yeah, let's get you a card. Let's see what comes up for you, Tracy. And so with that, let's see what we've got here. And so, Spirit, what do we have for Tracy in this now moment? All right, we've got 2 cards that popped out for you. Actually, 3. And so, first one we have is you got to release some doubts about yourself, Tracy. You're kind of like doubting Thomas right now. Where you at, Tracy? It's It's 9 p.m. here where I'm at. Um, Spirit's saying it's time to release some doubts because right now for you, you're doubting a lot of, are you in the right path? Are you doing the right thing? Are you connecting to self? And Spirit's saying stop doubting yourself because you have special gifts and those gifts are ready to come through, but you've got to believe in yourself enough to actually start listening to that intuition because your intuition is coming on super strong. There's just too much noise to really pull it in as much as you want to. And Spirit says once you do, you're setting yourself up for a glow up. So this is a great set of cards to get. You just have to work on this part here, releasing doubts. And I'm pretty sure I have at least one or two light language healings on this channel that have areas where you can release doubts, maybe find a little bit of self-love. Let me know how that resonates with you, Tracy. But that's what I'm getting from the cards out here. And we'll see what else is going on. And while we're waiting to, I'm gonna, waiting for some people to come on. I'll show the nice new T-shirt, the one I'm wearing. You probably can't see it too well here because you only get to see the bottom portion of it or the top portion of it. But I just came out with these new T-shirts. And what are these T-shirts? These T-shirts, what's so special about them is that you can actually imprint an intention onto these shirts. And it's not just, an intention that carries my energy on it, because that wouldn't be good for you. What it is a T-shirt that allows you to actually imprint your own energy on the T-shirt. And then it amplifies the energy from yourself with that intention of yours, and it imprints it onto the shirt. And as you start healing, as you start growing, the amplification also starts growing. So this is a shirt that's going to grow with you. It's going to heal with you. It comes with a light language activation. So you'll get a little QR code. It'll take you to a video, and the video is going to, tell you how to activate the shirts step by step. It's going to be it's really clear instructions. They're very simple, and it helps you to form the right intention first and then imprint it onto the shirt, and the shirt will not take any negative intentions. It's been programmed not to. And because it's your own energy, it doesn't come with soul contracts or any entanglement. And that's the big thing, when everybody has these spiritual tools, crystals, energies, jewelry that they create. And then what happens is you get this entanglement because they're imprinting their own energy on the stuff, and we don't do that here. It's all your own energy. All I'm doing is using the activation for you to imprint your own energy onto the shirt, and that's what makes it unique. Only $29.95 plus shipping and handling. Shipping in the U.S. is around $12 to $15, depending upon where you are. And with that, if anybody is interested, anybody's lurking, watching this, either live or on the replay, this makes a great gift, and what's cool about it is if you look at it, it's got a really nice design. And the design, is something that is generated off my logo, Foxfire. And what does Foxfire do? Foxfire burns away all the false illusions. And once it takes the false illusions off, you're left with the real, which is what you want. And so welcome, welcome, welcome. And welcome, Marwa. Did you want to have a card? Did you have a question you'd like to ask? And so go ahead and just put it in the chat window. I'm going to be pulling some cards for some people, maybe doing a light language activation or two. And thank you for showing on up. And I was just showing off my new T-shirts that I have. And sure, do you have anything specific you want some guidance in, Marwa? Let's get a deck out and let's see what we can find for you here. So let's see what we have, Spirit. What's going on for Marwa? And I know there's a little bit of a delay, so I'm going to give you a few seconds here to go ahead and ask your question. And Spirit's ready to dump half the deck on me. Spirit, we don't do a half a deck. Let's see what we have here for you. Marwa, we have one. Spirit, give me one more card for her. All right. So it's interesting that you asked that question because I'd already pulled a card. And so Spirit's saying you're going to have to take a little bit more time really digging in and planning your career a little bit more. And why is that? Because right now the energies are not great for the career. We're gonna pull a timing card for you too. Uh, at the same point, Spirit's just saying, allow yourself to be. Don't feel you have to rush right into that career because the right one is going to take its time to get there for you. So you just have to be good with yourself right now. Start working on yourself. Start just knowing that you are worthy of getting that job. And then let's see where we are timing wise. And so, Spirit, can you give me timing when the energies are going to be good for that job? And Spirit's saying it's going to be spring. So I don't know if when spring is where you are, because you're obviously not where we are. It's going into summer now. We're still just a few days into spring. So if you're in where it's still spring right now, for a couple more days, there's a potential that something new is coming on the horizon now. Otherwise, it's going to be whenever spring hits wherever you are. So I hope that helps you. Just remember that these timing cards, they're only good for the now moment. So it means that as of right now, that's what the timing looks like. However, as you work on yourself, as you start healing, as you start making different decisions, then there's a potential for that timeline to move. So don't hold it as a steady, this is going to happen at this time, because that's not how it ever works. It's only a snapshot in time. We're seeing what the energies look right now. And so hopefully that's going to help you. So I think if you got accepted already in the spring, then I think it's coming. Just relax. It's on its way. Spirit's saying you don't have to do anything at this point. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Let's see what the energies look like for that job. Spirit, give me what the job's energies are. We got some time. And so anybody else who's looking for a card, just pop it into the window here. And so for the energies of this, Spirit says this is an expansive job. So this is a good job for you. The energies in this job look like they are very good for you. They're gonna allow you to grow with this job. So I hope it comes in pretty soon because the energies look really good with it. Uh, and please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to be doing these readings, probably twice a day for probably a good week here. We'll see how we go with YouTube. Um, I'm going to be doing it 9:30 or 10:30 in the morning, Eastern time, which is New York time, and I'll also be doing a 9 p.m. at night, so we can get all the different time zones that come in. I know I have a lot of followers that come in from India and some of the other further out time zones. So let me know if that resonated with you. And thank you so much, Marwa. I appreciate you coming by and stopping in and getting a card or two. Bring some friends. This is, uh, for this live. I don't know if you've seen me on TikTok. I do a lot of stuff on TikTok, but they started throttling me. So I said, let me take a break from TikTok. I come over to, and sure, go ahead. It's slow today, Marwa. Ask another question. I'm happy to see what else I can do for you. Ah, from North Africa. Nice. So what else can we answer for you? So let us know in the chat window what else you want, and I'll pull you some cards. It's a nice slow evening, so let's shuffle some decks. And what was your other question, Marwa? I think we have a big delay over here from the YouTube stream. It's a little bit less a delay on some of the other platforms, but that's okay. We can work with it. So what's coming for you in August? Well, let's take a look and see what situations want to come in. Let me find the right deck for that. Spirit, what is going on for Marwa in August? Give me one or two cards, please. Okay. So there's a couple things that are going on here. The Spirit's saying that be cautious about who you're listening to because you got the serpent's whisper, right? Listen, but trust cautiously. So Spirit's saying there's going to be some people around you in August that may not have your best interests. So make sure you're really listening to what they say. Pay attention to the details. This is something you're going to have to be aware of. And then the other thing you have is the elder of truth, right? And it's a big elephant here, right? And uh, question deeply, accept truth, right? And so when we see these two together, they're basically saying you're really going to have to lean into your intuition and your discernment. Don't make any decisions without really thinking about it closely, because in August, somebody's going to come around with not the best intentions. And if you're not paying attention to the details, you could get stuck. So this comes in as a little bit of a warning for you. Make sure you are really listening, going through whatever anybody's saying to you properly first before you respond. And that's what you want to do, is respond, don't react. So allow yourself time to process it first. I hope that makes sense for you, Marwa. But that's what the cards are telling us in this now moment. And so if anybody else is on and watching and would like a card, please do put your comment into the comment window. I'm doing usually one card per person. It's a little slow today, so I might do a few extra cards for people, and we'll go from there. So say hello if you have just jumped in here, and let's see what else the live brings for tonight. So welcome everybody. I know I haven't been on YouTube in a while, so we're just getting started with this. Going to be slow for the first round or two until people realize the schedule, and I'll start doing this a lot more consistently. Uh, I just released another light language healing too for people with aphantasia. We're still working on finding the right codes to really pull a cure down for that one. That one's a tough one because it has so many layers on it that people really just have to want to get through on it. So it's a much harder one to solve than just say opening up a heart chakra or rebalancing the chakras. But we work on it layer after layer until we finally get that resolved. And it will take some time. So let's see who else is coming through. If we have any other viewers coming on in, welcome. I am doing one card per person. I can do some light language activations. And so Carrie Ann Medina, welcome Carrie. Will you and N reconcile? And so Carrie, what I'm going to tell you is what I tell everybody, and it's not the nicest thing to say, but it's something you have to say is, especially on the reconciling here, right? And a lot of people ask, are they going to come back, right? And that's it's a great question. However, when people ask, are you going to come back, right? Many times I ask, if do you actually want more of what they gave you before because you guys aren't together right now, right? Reconnection without healing is repetition. And I'll get you the answer. I'll get you a yes or no, right? But what I question people on is chasing ghosts, right? You don't want to chase ghosts. You want to make sure that somebody comes in correctly. And from what I'm getting on the card, it's going to take some time. And, so why is it going to take time is the next question you're going to have to ask. What is it that is required for that person to come back? And, many times that person won't come back. And the reason they won't come back is because uh, you're not an energetic match. And so let's see what's going on within your energies, because it's the only thing we can work on. We can't really do anything for your person. And what's holding you back right now here is I'm getting fear of touch, right? You don't trust the touch, and you need to take some steps in to fix that trust and touch. Now, that's a very specific one, and I generally don't see this one come out a lot. But this is something that you need to heal within yourself to allow for this to come in. And it doesn't mean that it's not going to come in. It means that you have to take this time, this separation. That's why you're in a separation, for you to work on yourself. You can't ask for your person to work on themselves, because that's not your job. Your job is only to work on yourself. And as you fix yourself, the one that's meant for you will come in, whether that's the person that you have in your mind at this current moment or whether it's somebody else. I hope that makes sense to you, Carrie. I know it's not the answer that you want, but on this channel, we go a little bit deeper than the person that's going to pull you that card and say, oh, well, your person's going to come in, right? And then 2 minutes later, they're going to run right back out again, because what kept you apart hasn't been resolved and hasn't been healed. And that's the problem. You have to look at what is it that you can do to fix yourself to allow for that frequency match to happen again. And it could be sometimes that person's just in such a lower frequency that you're never going to match again, and you have to accept that too. That's real healing. That's, really taking responsibility for your part in that. And so, hopefully that helps you. Hopefully that resonates. And then, if you're ready for that kind of a healing, this is what my channel is all about. It's about healing. It's not about telling stories that don't come true. And so I do appreciate you for coming on in. I appreciate you for asking a question. And welcome, welcome, welcome. It's going to be a little slow because, I moved off of TikTok. And why did I move off? They've been a little bit glitchy lately. They've been throttling my lives. And usually, I'll get 1,000 or so people on the lives on TikTok because there's a lot more browsers over there for the lives. But you know what? While they're glitching, I'm still posting stuff to them, but I'm working on other venues for different lives. So I appreciate you stopping by. And let's see if we have anybody else that is looking for a card. I'm going to probably stay on for probably another 10 or 15 minutes. We'll see if we get anybody else on, and we'll go from there. I'm going to be consistent here on YouTube. Usually going to do at least a 10:30 in the morning on Eastern time. That's New York time. And most nights I'm going to do a 9 p.m. The 2 nights I probably won't do a 9 p.m. are probably going to be a Thursday and a Friday. But we'll see where that goes. And with that, does anybody else have any questions? I am taking one question per person. I'm going to do some light language activations. If anybody needs a light language activation, just put it into the comment window. And just make sure you are liking, following, sharing, and subscribing. We'll give it a few more minutes, and I think I'm going to just do maybe a yes or a no, pick a pile, if nothing else here. So let's get my yes or no deck out, and we'll do a pick a pile. We can do a little fun here. And what is a pick a pile? What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out 3 cards, and I'm going to put 3 crystals on the cards, and then I'll let anybody who is watching pick their own reading, probably the most powerful reading that you can get within anything, because in the end of the day, you're getting that reading from yourself, and yourself always knows the answers for you within your perspective better than anybody else. And so we've got 3 cards here. I'm going to go get some crystals. We're going to put them on the cards, and it's going to be a yes or a no answer. So even if you've gotten a card, you can work on this one, because you're giving your own thing to yourself. And yes, a random person, you can ask something. I'm just going to put a little pick a pile up here for everybody to do, but go ahead and ask your question, and we'll see what we can do for you, random person. So pop it into the chat window, and what I've done here for everybody who is watching, it's a pick a pile. It's a yes or no question. So just ask a question in your mind. Will something happen? Yes or no? And then pick the color, green, blue, or clear. Uh, the answer that pops in your head first is usually the best answer, because we don't want to second guess ourselves. And why is it the most powerful reading? It's because you're actually getting the answer from yourself. For that, give everybody a few seconds to pick the pile. And yes, you can be. And I'll speak about twin flames, random person, because this is something that is very, very interesting subject, and most people truly don't understand it, especially most twin flame readers. So let's go through the pick a pile, and we'll go with that question of yours, random person. And so just ask our question, and let's pick our answer. So if you've picked the green pile, your answer is no. Whatever you've asked, it feels wrong, bad idea, manipulated, led astray. Spirit's saying you got to rethink this big time, because there just doesn't seem to be a situation where this is going to work. If you've chosen the blue pile, it's a yes. Sunny outlook, blossom, open to divine inspiration. So this is a big yes. This is good confirmation. And if you've chosen the clear pile, your answer is a no. Rethink your direction. This isn't your path. And so we've got two no's and a solid yes. So if you pick the blue pile, it's a yes. Green and clear is a no. And this is for anybody who wanted to pick random person. This is not just for a specific person. Every once in a while, I'll put a pick a pile in here so everybody can get a reading. And so let's talk about the twin flame. And it's an interesting subject. So a lot of people think that the twin flame is your most ultimate love interest that you could ever have. It is the ultimate love trip. It is, and honestly, it's not. What a twin flame realistically is a handler. And what is a handler? So a handler is somebody who's meant to keep you stuck, right? Because it means that you're starting to connect to yourself, you're starting to wake up, you're starting to want to get in touch with your own self. And that's what awakening truly is. It's not about talking to angels or guides. Angels or guides are things that are going to distract you and keep you from truly opening to yourself, and they're going to keep you stuck inside of reincarnation cycles, because that's their job. They're meant to guide you through a lot of fluff to keep you reincarnating, because they like what they're doing. It's their job, and they enjoy keeping people stuck. And a twin flame is one of those ones that is called in as soon as you start opening up to self and you start connecting. They all of a sudden show up. And why do they show up? Because you're connecting to self, and spirit wants you not to. So your guides start bringing them in, because you guys have a contract, right? And that contract's a really tough contract too, because you gotta be able to heal through that. And they bring in the person you've had the most trauma with in every lifetime. And so now you're being dragged up and down like a roller coaster. And that's the true part of the twin flame journey, that they always say it's like a big roller coaster. And you get hold on to this roller coaster, and it's going to mirror every trauma you've ever had in your life. And it's true, it's going to. But do you want that really? What you want to do is heal it, and they don't heal it, they actually just amplify it. And that's where you don't want to be. So I'm going to pull what your energy is with your current crush, right? And it's not about being delusional. It's you probably have a really strong soul contract with this person, and that's something that is tough, because you're going to have to heal the trauma. And you're going to have to figure out how you're going to, if it is a twin flame, you're going to have to figure out how you're going to cut off that energy. Let's see what it is. Random person and her person. 2 cards through right out. Let's get one more. Let's see what we have here. What's spirit? What's the energy? So we got a few things going on with this person. So I'm getting a lot of different answers here, right? Ghosted, disappearing, third party, uh, but then has the soulmate energy, right? And for many parts, that does kind of constitute what a twin flame does, right? They're in your space. They feel like the soulmate. They feel like you've got this amazing bond, and all of a sudden, boom, they just ghost you, and they're jumping off the third parties. And so, what you got to ask yourself is this something that you want? And if it's no, then what you have to do is you have to learn how to disconnect from that energy and really clear out the contracts. And honestly, it's one of the most difficult things that you can do. So I'm hoping that that's not the case. Um, but there's a lot of healings that I have on false twins, on love in general, up on my Silver Fox Spiritual. It's a light language healing, and he could be, but you don't want him to be. That's what I'm going to tell you. And let's see if any of the cards are going to say anything about it, because I do have one or two that will tell you yes or no if it is a twin. But you don't want that person to be, because that's not the person that you're meant for. And so, random person, you don't want to know what that person feels for you, because if they felt something for you truly, they'd be with you, right? It's just like you're in that space where you're like, oh my God, does this person really love me? Does they really love me? And but they're not showing up. They're not there. And if they're not there, why are you holding space for that person? Because they're showing you where they are. Now, Spirit's saying to you, number one, self-love, right? And so I'm not seeing a twin flame card come up for this person. I'm seeing self-love. You need to find the love within yourself. And I'm going to see what your blocks are, because we got a little time here today, not a huge amount of people. So we're going to spend a little time, almost like you get a mini reading. So you lucked out. You won the lottery today here. So they're also saying, the cards were also saying that there's a lot of responsibilities this person has. And so what we're going to do is we're going to see what's going on within your space, right? And so for you, the problem is your energy is saying unavailable, right? You're chasing somebody unavailable. And why are you chasing this person unavailable? And that's why he feels like a twin flame to you, because you need the self-love within yourself. And we do this a lot, and this is everybody. They chase people that are unavailable to keep the story going around and around in what I call the hamster wheel of karma. So what he feels about you doesn't make, it's irrelevant. I'll be honest with you, because if he felt something enough about you, he would be there with you right there and then and there. All you're feeling is cognitive dissonance, because everybody in every twin flame reader out there tells you, well, he's your twin flame. He's going to come back. He's going to come in. And yeah, you'll probably manifest that person coming back and coming in, but it's only going to lead to heartache, more heartache, and more heartache. What you really got to do is work on self, connect to self, and find that love within yourself, because then that energy will break. It's gonna that chaser energy that you have right now, that pull you feel, is because you don't feel loved. So you feel you have to do something to make this person love you. And that's not the case. You are just fine the way you are. You just have to find the love for yourself. I know it's not what you want to hear, um, and we'll go from there, right? And for entertainment person, I'm not a person that does the entertainment, because it's not going to be good for you. If I pull a card, and I can pull a card, you know what, you want it, I'll give you the card. And at the end of the day, uh, even if he feels something, if the card says he feels something for you, if he's not there, what's that going to do for you? It's just going to put you in a tailspin, and it's going to get you to sit and ask yourself, well, if he feels this for me, why is he not here? And why do I know this? Because I've been doing twin flame readings forever and ever, until I realized what the twin flame was. I got stuck into that loop, as did a zillion other people, and then I had to break the contract. What does he feel for you right now? I know who you are to me. I recognize and acknowledge the connection. I can't do it. So we don't want to do anything about it, as I said. And I pushed you away because I knew I was going to inevitably disappoint or hurt you. And that's what's going on from his higher self in this right now moment, meaning what is it in here for you? There's nothing in here for you other than letting yourself hang by a phone waiting for somebody who's never going to show up. And is that what you want? Stop chasing the ghost. Trust me on this one. And yeah, you're seeing the signs because, if he was giving you the signs, then why is he not communicating with? Well, why hasn't he said anything, right? You obviously were there before, and why is this person not coming in for you? And this is what I'm saying, you're chasing a ghost. It's not what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear. This person is a ghost. And for pulling more of those kind of cards, that is a paid reading. It's called Messages from My Person. They run $10. And I can do that. And I can pull 10 or 20. We got about 18 decks that give you those messages. But again, how is that going to help you heal? And that's the thing of that. So I'm not sure what you mean about his personality. I've given you the information that you need in this now moment. Like I said, anything more than that would be a paid reading. Make sure you please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. Yeah, and so random person, now you're just looping. You're not truly getting what I'm saying, and that's okay. But that's as far as I read on the freeze for now. I mean, if you want to loop into this more and you want to, get yourself into a story, I'm happy to do a paid reading. But I'll be honest with you, that paid reading is only going to keep you stuck because for what you're asking for, you just want to know he loves you, he wants you back. That's what you're asking for. And if I'm not giving you that answer that you want, you're just going to keep on asking over and over again. And so hopefully that will help you. I'm here to help you heal. I don't want to keep you stuck in a loop, and right now you're kind of in that loop, and that's where I don't want people to be. The energies have said that they're just not. He's not coming back in this now moment. Yeah. So you didn't hear it because you didn't want to. Basically, he said he's not coming back right now. He is in a place where he knew he was going to inevitably hurt you, and so he left. That's basically what, at a very high level, what he said. Because he knew you would be disappointed. You're reading more into it than he is. I mean, if you want to go into a deep reading, send me an email and I will give you my price list. And I've got 20 different decks with messages from your person. However, they're all going to pretty much say the same thing. I just don't like taking people's money for something that's not going to help them. This is only keep you looping, and that's not what we want. That's not the energy I like to see in anybody. So with that, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe if you are looking for your own deeper reading, one that's going to have more messages from your person. I'm happy to do it. It'll be, it's a $10 reading. It's done through email, and I will pull probably about 10 cards all about messages from your person's higher self. That's done through PayPal or Venmo, and just send me an email. And with that, I think we're going to call it And so we have Love Sassy here. Okay. Any guidance? Yeah, let's see what we can pull for you. Love Sassy. And sometimes, and this is for everybody here. Um, if you heard that last exchange, right? Usually during most of my lives, especially on TikTok, I run a clean boundary around looping energy. And when somebody asks the same question over and over again, it just tells me they're not present. And I generally don't read from that space. And that person, she just wanted to hear the answer she wanted to hear and not what's actually within the energy. And, I feel bad because I've been in that place and it's not a great place to be, but you have to be willing to look at things with the truth on it. And I'm not going to say things that the cards aren't telling me. And so for you, Love Sassy, Spirit is saying avoid toxic people, right? Hang out with people who will uplift your spirit, not bring it down. And what do I get when I see this card come out and through the energy is there's a lot of drama mamas around you, and they're nice to your face, but the minute you leave, they're probably saying something nasty about you, or they're dragging you into some bad habits. Spirit saying it's time to raise your energy, find people that support you rather than detract you, and hopefully that makes sense for you. And please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. So, and for those of you who have come from TikTok, uh, I am starting to do some on YouTube, and the reason I've been doing it is TikTok's been getting really funky as far as with throttling my lives, and I get a little cranky when they throttle my lives. So I go ahead and I move it over to a different channel. I still post on TikTok, but I'm not going to do as many lives for a little bit there. And so let me know if that made sense to you, Love Sassy. But Spirit is saying that there's some drama mamas around you, and you'd be best to kind of not hang out with too many of them anymore. And with that, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. It looks like I don't have too many more people on this live, so I'm going to call it an evening. I'm going to try to be a little bit more consistent inside of this space, which is I'm going to try to be on live on most days, 10:30 in the morning and around 9 at night. And you're welcome. Love Sassy. We all have those. We all have those toxic friends, and sometimes we just kind of need to find an exit out of them because a lot of times they're just dragging us down and keeping us stuck, and that's not where we want to be. We want to be in a happy place, right? And so with that, just make sure you are liking, following, sharing, subscribing. I will probably be live every day or a good portion of the days, both in the morning around 10:30 a.m. and 9 p.m. In the evening. And it's going to be, Eastern time. So that's New York time right now. We're in daylight savings time. So if you're looking for that time zone, because I have a lot of people in different time zones, it is Eastern Daylight Time. And so with that, I do thank everybody for coming in here and watching. If anybody's still left here and does have a question, just please let me know and I will pull out a card before I leave. Make sure you are following me on both YouTube. I have two channels. The ones I do most of my replays on are going to be on the readings by Silver Fox Spiritual. And this one here, Silver Fox Spiritual, is usually my healing channel. But since I have enough subscribers, I figured this one would be the one I would go live on rather than my reading channel because I could also do some light language activations. Usually I do them on TikTok, but like I said, TikTok's been throttling things, so a little cranky with that. But I'd like to thank everybody for showing up today, and we'll see you tomorrow. I will probably be back on at around 10:30 a.m. And have a great day. Cheers.